Country Club. Vince Polizano here, and our lead assistant golf professional, James Anderson. James spent this winter going through the Titleist Performance Institute, or TPI, system, which is a series of classes, seminars, and tests in order to understand biomechanics, how they affect both negatively and positively our golf swing. And James is going to lead us off in this initial segment talking about footwear. James?
Thanks, Vince. What we're going to talk about today is why it's important to identify the proper footwear and the process that we go through to accomplish that. And it's very important just not only for your performance on the golf course to have proper footwear, but for your health as well. One of the things that we learn about in TPI is really how the body functions. What the body is it's comprised of a series of mobile and stable joints. And what I mean by mobile is joints on your body can move in different planes and directions, but certain joints move in only two planes, such as flexion and extension, and other ones can move in all three dimensions. Take your wrist, for example. You can go forward, you can go back, you can go side to side, you can go around in a circle, so you can kind of move in all three dimensions. And when it comes to the golf swing, it's a kinematic swing sequence, meaning that it starts from the ground and works its way up.
So James just mentioned a great point, a kinetic golf swing and starting from the ground up. There's been a lot of chatter in recent years about spikeless golf shoes or spiked golf shoes. Not only that, but companies like FootJoy in recent years have developed footwear that is supposed to be more mobile, allowing your foot to move as opposed to the old golf shoe that was very formed, filled, and rigid that James will talk about today.
Yeah, so what I have here is two different styles of footwear from the company FootJoy. And what we're going to look at here, the differences between these two shoes. You might say, oh, I want that one because of the looks, or I want that one just because it's got the alligator skin saddle on it. That's not really the proper process to go through when analyzing footwear. So what I have here is two different types of footwear. One of them is called the Freestyle, and what this model of shoe allows you to do is it's very flexible, it's very moldable. It adds some more mobility to, say, a person who has lost the arch in their feet or who has struggled with ankle problems in the past. And chances are, if you're actually struggling with ankle problems, it's because you have flat feet and you're wearing the wrong or improper footwear.
So when you talk about ankle problems, range of motion, strength, flexibility, someone who does not have much of that would want a more free-flowing mobile shoe, correct?
Exactly. And so, as you can see, Vince here is wearing the Freestyle, and something that we would run you through is just a quick screening process just to find out, for example, has he had any ankle issues in the past? And is that the case with you, Vince? Is that why you chose the Freestyle?
Absolutely. I have a very, very weak left ankle. Not very flexible, very weak if I'm on my feet, which I am all day long, every day. I have to go ahead and not only stretch my ankle out at night, but also ice it 3 or 4 days a week. And only my left ankle. My right is great, but my left ankle is very weak. And so moving into this style shoe has really helped me both in comfort and I like to think performance too.
And so what we'll find with different students is everybody's slightly different. And for myself, I'm the exact opposite. I have a great arch in my feet, which still allows me that mobility or that stability in my foot, but the mobility in my ankle. And so I'm going to go with a shoe that's a little bit more, I would say, solid construction, such as the FootJoy Icon. It's very, very firm, very hard to twist. So it really keeps my foot stable, allows my ankle to function properly. Because what happens is if we're wearing shoes, say for myself, something like the Freestyle, it would allow my foot to move around, my ankle to move around, and something would have to give to stabilize that, and it's actually going to end up being my knee, and I'm in fact the player that struggles with knee issues. So what I'm going to show you here real quick is just a quick little test that will run you through how we're going to decide what type of footwear that you need. Okay, so Vince has agreed to be a very gracious subject here and just really demonstrate why he's chosen the footwear that he has. What we're going to run him through is a test called dorsiflexion. We're going to really look at the mobility of the ankle here. And so this is the process we'll run you through just to decide the proper footwear, whether you need something more stable or more mobile. So what I'm going to have you do, Vince, you're in a great position here, is I'm just going to have you try and reach out without adjusting your hips or anything and touch this rod here for me with your knee. Great, good job. So Vince has a very, very mobile right ankle. And so what you can see here is Vince's left ankle, his problem ankle, because of the injuries he's struggled with in the past, he doesn't have the same mobility in that ankle. Therefore, we're going to go with a shoe that's a little bit more mobile and not so stable.
Well, thank you for tuning in for our first ever TPI mini clinic here. James will be doing this once every 2 weeks in conjunction with our newsletter, which always goes out the 1st and 15th of every month. For more information, we are going to establish a YouTube channel where all of these small snippets and clinics will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you to go back and look at your leisure. Check back soon. Thank you.